Welcome to Year 2 Phonics, Lesson 23. Today's a vocabulary focus. Our learning intention today is to investigate words that have the phoneme air and are also compound words. Can you remember what a compound word is? Let's think of that definition. A compound word is a word that's made up of two or more words combined to make a new word with its own meaning. Let's investigate where compound words came from. The etymology of compound words. Etymology is a big word that just means the history, where it's come from, and to be like it is now. So the etymology of compound words. Where did compound words come from? Most compound words are combinations of Anglo-Saxon words. Anglo-Saxon is historically connected to German, a language that relies heavily on compounding words to build new words. So lots of German words are small words that make up new words. An example of that, now my apologies to anyone who can talk German because Zana doesn't know how to talk German and I'm doing the best I can here. German has some sounds that we don't normally make when we do our sounds. So I'm going to try my very best. And look, it's a really long word I'm going to try and say here. So sometimes when you're doing new words, it might sound a bit funny to you. This one sounds a bit funny to me and I know that I'm not saying it quite right, but I'll do my best. Are you ready? Because this is a really cool compound word in German. Streichholzsattel. Okay, Streichholzsattel, which means matchbox. And the three words in this compound word are strike and wood and box. And if you think of a matchbox, there it is there. It's a little box with lots of little wooden sticks in it that you strike to light. So it's a pretty cool compound word and explains what matches are in a matchbox pretty well, doesn't it? So it's the strike wood box. Compound word, Streichholzsattel. Not very good German, but a really cool word. Remember how we've been talking about the phoneme air and it's got three different graphemes and you just can't, there's no rules about knowing when to use them for reading and spelling? Well, except when we practice them lots. Practice reading, practice spelling, practice writing. I've got a book here to share with you today that has the air phoneme in it, lots of times, with all three air graphemes that we've been practicing as well. So let's have a listen to this story, because sometimes when we read a story, it just helps us to pick up all those sounds and those words. This one's kind of cute. It's called Underwear. Wonder, have you got your underwear on? I hope so. This little bear is throwing his underwear in the air. And this is Daddy Bear. And he looks a little bit worried about Baby Bear and his underwear. Wonder if he's having some problems getting him to get that sorted. Let's read and find out. Underwear. The author is Jen Harney. And she's also the illustrator. So she's done the pictures as well. So very clever, Jen. Jen Harney. She's done the pictures and she's done the story. Thank you for your story, Jen. Underwear by Jen Harney. Oh, wet footprints. Bear, bear. It's a bear with no underwear. Stop right there. You should be wearing underwear. Underwear? Underwear. Under there? Underwear over there. Over where? On the chair. Up the stairs? Right there, on the chair. There's a pair of underwear. Oh, can he find them? Don't think he wants to put them on. White pair, tight pair, big tear. Here's a spare. Where to wear this underwear? Down here, up there, over there, or everywhere? Underwear makes awesome hair. Hey, look there, it's Super Bear and goggle-wearing Aqua Bear. What the heck's going on in there? Ooh, I think the bear might be in trouble. Uh-oh, no time to spare. Quick, I gotta hide somewhere. Lights go out, I'll dive in there. Beware, Big Bear, here comes a scare. Oh, says Big Bear. He got very scared. No fair. Go and grab a dry new pair. Underwear? Don't make me glare. Jammied Bear, let's read in the chair. Tired there, yawning bear? Well, time for bed, I do declare. Sleep tight, sweet bear, snugly tucked in under there. Underwear? And the bear's like, oh no, we're not starting again. I hope the little bear put his underwear on so he wasn't a bear anymore. Do you think he did? Hope so. Let's go on to our next activity. Okay, let's have a look at some pictures that make up some compound words. And remember, compound words are two words that come together that make a new word. So have a look and see if you can work any of these out from the picture clues. This is an arm. This is a chair. Put those together. This tree is bare. Doesn't have any leaves on it. This is not their front, it's their back. Think you can work this one out. Hair and a brush. This funny little fella here, he's about to go boom and give you a scare. And this bird is a crow. Have a think, see if you can work out those 4 compound words. We'll check them in a second. You ready to check those words? Let's see. Arm and chair. Did you get armchair? Can you see how the arm and the chair, it's not a chair made of arms, so the compound word makes a new word, makes a new thing. So armchair, that definitely looks different than the arm and the chair. What about this one? Scarecrow. Doesn't look like a crow. Might look a little bit scary. Its job is to scare away crows. A scarecrow. Oh, we got 2 more words. Did you get them? This one, hopefully you use this every day. Hairbrush. Hair and brush. Hairbrush. 2 words that come together to make a new thing. Last one. Bare and back. Bareback. We usually use the term bareback when we talk about riding on a horse without any saddle. We'd say we're riding it bareback because the horse's back is bare, has nothing on it, and you're going for a ride. So bareback. Did you guess all those compound words? Let's have a go at making some more. Let's have a look now and see if we can work out some more compound words. I've got some pictures up here of some compound words, and I've got the words that make those compound words, but they're all jumbled up. What I'd like you to do is to pause, have a good look at the pictures and the words and see if you can write the compound words. So we need something plus something. Is that picture there? I'm not even going to tell you what it is. I'm going to see if you can work it out. Yep. So these are our pictures. These are our compound words. 2 words from here go together. These are mixed up because I can't see a bear house. An arm devil. I wonder what an arm devil would be. A werehug. I wonder if it's a shop where you go and buy hugs from. I'm getting all my hugs from the werehug this week. Yeah, it sounds a bit funny. And a dare chair. I reckon that could be fun at a party. Sit in a dare chair and you could play a dare. I dare you to sit in the dare chair. But no, dare chair is not a compound word. See if you can work out what the proper ones are. Pause it, write your words, come back and check. Are you ready? Let's come back and check. I know I liked some of the silly ones, but let's see if you got all the right ones this time round. This here, these boys are giving each other a really tight hug. It's called a bear hug. Because remember how I said before that big brown bear, that he looked kind of cuddly and I'd like a hug from him? I probably actually wouldn't because they are so strong and muscly. So that's why it's called a bear hug. It's like a big bear is giving you a hug. So this is a bear hug. So let's write it. So our two words together to make bear hug are the air and hug. And the whole word is bear hug. I like a big bear hug when I'm feeling a bit sad. It's just nice to have a big, big bear hug. This next one, you actually probably saw that one in our first activity, did you? It's an armchair. Not made of arms though. So what are the two words? Arm and chair. Arm and air. A-I-R, spelling for air. And all together it is an armchair. Oh, here's this daredevil. Look at him, he's got his wings and he's running and flying. Wonder if he's going to jump off the edge of a cliff into the water. That would be kind of a daredevil thing to do, wouldn't it? Let's see. So this little fella here, he's a daredevil. You ready? Dare, A-R-E, air. Air, devil. Oh, there's that schwa sound there. Don't really say daredevil, do we? It's daredevil. Oh. Schwa, schwa. Put it together. Daredevil. He definitely does look like a really good daredevil. And this last one, big place where we store lots of things. It's not a ware hug. It does start with where though. It's a warehouse. A-R-E, air. Air. House. Warehouse. Did you get all of those words? Some of them were a little bit tricky. A couple of them were pretty easy because you'd just done them. So if you were looking and listening carefully, we'd already done a couple of those. So that might have made it nice and quick. Make sure you check your writing. We want nice, neat writing. Make sure you formed your letters correctly. See if you've started out like a sum. Did you do the two words plus equals the whole word, the compound word? If you didn't, go back and rewrite it that way, just to help your brain connect that compound words are two words that come together to form a new word with a different meaning. Remember our grapheme A-I-R making air? It's a tricky grapheme because it can also be a word. So A-I-R, air, is a word. And air, it's a noun, it's a thing. Air is the clear gas that surrounds the earth or all that is above the ground. It's the air all around you. We're going to use air in some compound words to do a quick quiz. Make sure you've got something to write on and something to write with. Jot the numbers 1 to 5 down on your page and get ready for the quiz. On your screen, you're going to see some pictures of some compound words using the word air in them. And it's also the phoneme air. It's a word and a phoneme. Tricky. Have a look and you can see a group of people who look like they work on an aeroplane going through the airport. They're called air crew. Down underneath the air crew, there's someone breathing. You can see some air moving in through their nose and their mouth, through their airways. That's the place in our body where we take on air. In the middle of the screen are a whole heap of containers and they are airtight. They hold in the air. Don't let any air in. Keep our food nice and fresh. On the other top corner of the page, there's an airport. Wonder if it's the same airport where the air crew are going. And down the bottom, there's a picture of a car and someone playing with their air conditioner to get nice airflow. They want the air to come out and keep them cool. Have a think of those words as I give you these sentences. You're going to fill in the missing word from the sentence. So the pictures on the screen might help you to work out which word. So remember, we've got 1 to 5. Question 1. What word goes in this sentence? You're going to write it down next to the number 1. Having a cold can affect something through the nose. Air what? What's going to go through your nose? Have a look at those pictures. Don't get tricked though, because I think the picture with the nose might not be the word you need. Even though it's got a nose in it, it's not about that. Have a think. Question 2. Choking on food can block your... Yeah, what's that going to block if you choke on food that starts with air? Write it down. Number 3. A pilot is a member of a plane's... What? Okay, write it down. That was number 3. Remember, you can pause if you need longer to write your answer. Number 4. The place where planes depart and arrive is called an... something. And the last one, to keep the leftovers fresh, I put them in a... something container in the fridge. What word do you have left there? Write that down in your number 5 spot. When you've finished, come back ready to check your answers. Let's get ready to check our answers. There were a couple in there that were pretty tricky, so let's see how you went. Number 1, having a cold can affect airflow through your nose. Because when you get a cold, your nose is all blocked and you talk like this and you can't breathe properly, can you? So it's affecting the flow. The air can't pass through your nose when you've got a cold and it's all blocked. Talking about getting blocked, choking on food can block your airways. That's your throat and your nose. And so where the air goes in and out when we breathe and talk, they're your airways. So if you've got a bit of food stuck in there, that would block your airway. A pilot is a member of a plane's aircrew. Number 4, the place where planes depart and arrive is an airport. Be very lucky if you get to go to an airport and travel on a plane somewhere. Number 5, to keep the leftovers fresh, I put them in an airtight container in the fridge. Because remember we talked about being airtight helps keep things nice and fresh. That's why Mum probably always says, make sure you put the lid back on when you get things out the fridge. So keep them nice and fresh. Airtight. Well done doing those compound words with air today. Guess what? It's time to review our learning. Remember that today our learning intention was to investigate words that had the air phoneme and were also compound words. Can we remember what a compound word was? A compound word is 2 or more words that are combined to make a new word with its own meaning, like airflow, airways. We had daredevil, bear hug, one of my favourites. Can you think of any other compound words, I wonder? I think we might do that for our independent task today. Your independent task today is to have a look at all the compound words on the screen, read through them, and then pick maybe 5 or 6 words, split them into their 2 parts, write them on little bits of paper, turn them upside down and play a memory game. I'll quickly show you now. Here's how you do your independent task. It's a little bit tricky today, so I'll give you a bit of help. I've picked 2 words. You're going to do 5 or more, remember? I've picked haircut, and I've put hair on one piece of paper, cut on the other, and I've picked bear hug. Oh, hug bear. I've picked bear hug, and they're both written on different bits of paper. And so then you can either play on your own or you might be able to get someone to play with you. Do you know that memory game where you put the cards upside down on the table and have a go? So I'm going to pin them to my board and jumble them up so I don't know what they are. And you'll have more to choose from, so it'll be harder for you. And you know how to play this game, the memory game. Turn it over, see if you get a pair. If you get a pair, you get to keep going. Person with the most pairs win. If you're doing it on your own, you might time yourself. How quickly can you put the pairs together and then do it again? So you ready? I'm going to play on my own. Time myself. Oh, first word's hug. My next word's cut. Cut, hug, hug, cut. Nope, not a compound word. I need to put them back and try again. Oh, hair. Try this one. Bear. Hair bear? bear hair. Nope, not a compound word. Well, could be, but it's not one I started with. Put it back, try again. Oh, I'm glad I'm not timing this. This might take me a while. Let's try these two this time. Hug bear. No. Oh, hang on. Bear hug. Yes, I got it. There's one match. Bear hug, compound word. Put it down. 1 point for me. And the last two. Hair cut. There's my compound words. I've made my matches. I hope you can find someone at home to play with or have a go playing on your own, doing it as quickly as you can, practicing those compound words. Good luck with your memory game. I hope you have fun with it. I'll catch you next time.